Hey kids, Mrs. Baur here. Happy April, whatever the day is. It's Wednesday. I might not know the day, but I do know the month, and I am wearing a tiara in honor of this month, which is National Poetry Month. Yes, it's when we get to dress up in our finest finery and put on our best jewelry and read a poem. And you know, you're at home, so why not go find some fancy clothes and read a poem? Today we have a special guest. Mr. Baur is here.
Hello.
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 And we decided for National Poetry Month we would read a poem.
2 poems, actually.
2.
1 each.
Would you like to introduce the poems?
Yes, I'm going to give you a Robert Frost poem, Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening.
And I'm doing another Robert Frost poem called The Road Not Taken. And we chose these 2 poems because we were, stuck at home together, and we were talking about National Poetry Month, and I said, well, The Road Not Taken is my favorite Robert Frost poem, and Mr. Baur said,
Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening is my favorite Robert Frost poem, and the one I actually remember.
I don't actually know this poem by heart. I know most of it. So, without much ado, 2 poems by Robert Frost.
Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening. Whose woods these are, I think I know. His house is in the village, though. He will not see me stopping here to watch his woods fill up with snow. My little horse must think it queer to stop without a farmhouse near, between the woods and Snowy Lake, the coldest evening of the year. He gives his harness bells a shake to ask if there is some mistake. The only other sound, the sweep of snowy wind and downy flake. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep.
Thank you. Snaps. Whew. Snaps. All right, I'm going to read The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. 2 roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both and be one traveler. Long I stood and looked down one as far as I could to where it bent into the undergrowth. Then took the other, just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim because it was grassy and wanted wear, though as for that the passing there had worn them really about the same. And both that morning equally lay, in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. Thank you.
Thank you.
And this has been Mr. and Mrs. Baur read 2 poems by Robert Frost. I challenge you to look these 2 poems up, to read them, to decide which poem do you like best. I like mine best, The Road Not Taken, because it's about choices and overcoming fears to do things you normally would not do. So by choosing the road less traveled, that the other path that other people might not go to me it's about conquering your fears and doing things that you normally wouldn't do and taking chances, because that's how you get somewhere in life.
And making that choice down the line, ages and ages hence. Never knowing where you might have been, but knowing where you are because of the choices you made.
Absolutely. Why do you like your poem
Well,
better?
Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening to me is about the love of nature, the natural life, enjoying that beauty, but at the same time feeling the pull that society, the civilization puts on us. The woods are lovely, dark, and deep, but I have promises to keep and miles to go before I sleep.
So it's really, I agree with what John says, but I think it's about responsibilities and recognizing that while you want to run with the wolves and go play, you like those two little pigs that don't make their house sturdy. if you make the wrong, you have responsibilities, so you have to.
Thank you.
Sorry, a coronavirus touched you. Eek! Wash your hands. But it's about, it's about not going too crazy and making the right choice, because you are responsible for yourself and for other people, right?
Right.
All right. So you decide. Go look up some poems. Poetry.org is a great place to start. I'm going to ask Mr. Baur to read the family poem at some point, not today. The Cremation of Sam McGee. It is a long, long, long poem. And he
6 minutes tops.
and he knows every word. So again, go read some poetry. Write some poetry.
Write some poetry. Doesn't have to rhyme. Just has to be what you feel.
Check your Google Classrooms. Go to jpschools.org. There are some assignments on your Google Classrooms from your ELE teachers about poetry. And for now, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay sane. And
wash your hands.
lava los manos. Bye.